Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning on the Morning Watch with Prophetess Latorsha. And I am Prophetess Latorsha. I am super excited about what God is about to do for us today. We are starting a new study today. I've been allowing the Lord to pretty much lead me in what we did daily. And so today we are going to go into a deep dive on that I may know him. We talk about knowing whose we are and who we are, but if we don't know whose we are, then how do we really know who we are? And so I want us to get into a deep dive today. So if you know someone who really needs to, that's in a journey to getting to know God, tag them, share this live, let them know, to come into the morning watch. So if you are coming in, go ahead, let me know that you are in. Let me know, let me know, let me know, so we can just jump right into this. So let me make sure that I can see this information. So hold on. Make sure I tag some people. So come on in, come on in. I meant to turn some music on so you guys can just be sitting here while I was trying to do this. I am going to get an admin assistant, you guys. I know the Lord is. Good morning, Takia. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me see. So please like and share. If you're coming in on Facebook, like and share. Let me send out the notifications. Thank you for being with me this morning. Let me see it. Okay, Facebook, why you're not letting me be great. You guys, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Just bear with me for 1 minute. I promise this is going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth the wait. Um, Normally the names will pop up and I'm just going to click on it right quick. But Facebook is doing something new, I guess. Come on in, come on in. So you all that's coming in, go ahead and tag someone. Let them know that we are on so that we can just jump straight into this morning. Good morning, Miss Mary. How are you doing? Go ahead and share, you guys. Share, share, share. Okay. Listen, that's enough of that. It's too much. It is too much. So today we are starting a 30-day um, journey with the Lord called That I May Know Him. And I hope you guys are excited as I am about walking into this 30-day with God. And so I'm going to go through the names of God. And so today I am going to talk about the I am that I am. And so we're going to be coming from Exodus chapter 3, verses 13 through 14. Exodus chapter 3, verse 13. Yeah, is today your birthday, Miss Mary? 13 through 14. And it says, Then Moses said to God, Indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me, and they say to me, What is his name? What should I say to him? And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. And so today, we talked about how Moses was on the burning bush with God, and God was telling him that. But what I want us to go into, I want us to do a deep dive today, and this might be a little different than my normal morning watch, but I think this is something that we really have to ensure that we really know what God is actually saying to us in this season. And so, the Hebrew word for that is Eya, Asha, Eya. And so when God was talking to Moses, he said, Eya, Asha, Eya. Let them know, that is the I am. And so when he said that, he said, I am that I am. So in other words, I can be everything that you need me to be. And so God wanted us to know when we're talking about him as I am is the present tense of to be. And so when we are talking about to be, he's saying, listen, I'm not in the future. I'm not, I was, or I will be, or maybe perhaps he's saying, I am what you need right now. I am the God of the beginning and the end. I am, not I will be. And see, I need us to understand that God is letting us know I am everything that you need right now. Not tomorrow, not in the future, not what I was yesterday. I am fresh, new today. God is not like, we're so used to having things in timing. We're so quick to have everything, we live in time, but God does not live in time. He said, I am that I am. I am everything that you need me to be. I am enough. And we have to understand that we serve a God that is enough. We serve a God that is the first and the last and everything in the middle. We have to understand that we serve a God that exists in the past, in the present, and in the future, all at the same time. We have to understand that God has gone before us. He's already gone into our future for the beginning. So he's already know the future from the beginning. So he doesn't have to figure out day by day what's going to happen for LaTorsha. He doesn't have to sit down day by day trying to figure out, I have to walk with LaTorsha today so that we can get to the end. No, he's already gone to my end. He's already gone to the things that he has called me to do. He's already gone before me and already made every crooked path straight. He has gone before me and he's in my future and right here in my present. He's in my present and still in my past. So we have to understand that we have to, stop trying to make him a God in the box. I have him in my box and I'm going to hold on to him because he's just this small. We're serving a God that's unlimited. We're serving a God that's the Aya, Asha, Aya. We're serving a God that I am that I am. So he's saying, what do you need me to be? Do you need peace? I am that peace. Do you need joy? I am that joy. Do you need financial overflow? I am that financial overflow. Do you need guidance? I am that guidance. And so we are trying to put God into our mentality of us being human. But God is not human. He's not a son of man. Come on. He's not human. So we can't put him into our human way of thinking. Because when I look at people that I know, of course, I know that there's limitations that they have. When I look at people, yes, I know that there are things that they can't do, things that they can't meet, things they can't tell my future. They don't know me. They didn't form me in my mother's belly. So of course, they don't know me. They don't know, and we have to understand the God that we serve. He said, I am that I am. Eya Asha Eya. I am who I am. I will be what I will be. I am the one who exists. We're talking about the God of the universe, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And guess what? Everything in the middle. We have to take limits off of a limitless God. And that's why sometimes we are caught up in trying to figure out how we're going to do it. We get caught up in how we're going to make it. We get caught up in is God going to show up, because we are looking at him as a man. He's not a man. He said, I'm not a son of man that I shall lie. I'm not a man that I shall lie, nor the son of man that I shall repent. Come on, we have to understand who God is in our life. And if we don't understand who he is, then how do we understand who we are? Because we're created in his likeness. We're created in his image. But as long as we're walking around putting a limit on God, because let's be honest, many of us have put a limit on ourselves. We're not smart enough. We're not good enough. We're not worthy enough to be able to do the things that God is calling us to do. So we have put a limit even on ourselves. We have limited mindsets where we don't believe that we should be walking in overflow. We have a limited mindset that we don't believe that God has called us to do exceedingly and abundantly. And because we're moving in this lack mentality, because we're moving in this limit mentality, we can't see God high and lifted up. We can't see God for being the Alpha and the Omega. We can't see God for being the I am that I am. Why? Because my limited ability to see him, I can't see him as limitless, because I am limited. I have a limit on myself, and because I have placed limitations on LaTorsha, I can't see God, because I see him as a man. I see him as not being able to do only but what I see myself able to do, or what I see other people do. We want to believe that God has no limits, but yet we allow limits to be placed on him. Listen, we need to take the brakes off, beloved. When we're driving on the highway, they give us a speed limit. And you cannot exceed that speed limit, because if you do, then you will get a ticket. You will have to go to court. You may get a fine. You might get pulled over by the police. So we stay within the limits that the highway has given us. But if we understand that God is limitless, listen, I remember when I used to drive in Germany, where there was no speed limit on the Autobahn. Listen, when I tell you, or when I was driving in Italy, and before they put up the speed camera, there was not a limit and so I can go as fast as I wanted to go, and not worry about getting a ticket, not worry about the penalties, not worried about someone trying to stop me. But listen, we are so used to limits on our lives. We're so used to limitations being placed on me. Oh, well, you can go outside and play, but don't go but this far. Oh, you can go up to your friend's house, but when the street lights come on, I'm telling my age, when you hear the buzz of the street lights, you better be back in the yard. See, there's limitations limitations that have been put on us by our parents, by our teachers, by our pastors, by our friends. There's limitations that have been put on us. And so we move in that type of way. We move in a way that we're always looking for limits. But beloved, today I want to tell you that we serve a God that's limitless. Come on. We serve a God that's limitless. So we're not going to be in this mentality. He said, I am. I am present right now. I am what you need right now. And guess what? 5 minutes from now will not be the future. 5 minutes will still be I am. It's the present time. And if we don't stop sucking on the bottle of this milk, this spiritual milk, we're never going to mature enough to understand who God is in our life. If he's the God that now I lay me down to sleep, come on, we're never going to see him high. We're never going to see him as the Alpha and the Omega. We're never going to see him as the beginning and the end. We're never going to see him as the author and finisher of our faith. Why? Because we have put limitations on a God that's limitless. Come on. Come on, who's with me today? So when we're talking about present, that means actively existing. I am talking now. I am walking. I am here. But God, it becomes deeper than that. God is not saying he exists only in the presence. He is saying he exists in the dependent on all times. He is not placed in right now. He's not placed, even though I am is the present tense of to be. It does not mean that God is only here at this time. He's in our future. He was in our past. He's in our present. So God is self-existent. Everything else begins. Everything else has an ending. Everything else changes. But God said, I am the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So he's not going to change who he is. He's not going to change what he does. He's not going to change how we speak. And if you go into the New Testament, you will hear Jesus say, I only do what I see my Father do. So everything that Jesus was doing in the New Testament, he said, I only do what I see my Father do. So Jesus was able to move in a way, in a level that when we read the Bible, we're like, oh my goodness. But he said, I only do what I see my Father do. We have to understand that we are made in God's likeness and in his image. And if God was able to speak things into existence, why do we think that we can't speak things into existence? And if we're honest, we have spoken things into existence, but we didn't realize it because it's negative stuff. We have spoken negative things into existence. Oh, I'm never good. This is never going to work out for me. And then you're wondering why it's never working out for you. See, we can speak blessings and we can speak curses. We can have word curses that we have placed on ourselves, on our children, on our finances, on our marriage. Why? Because we're speaking the opposite of what God has called us to speak. And we have to understand that when we understand who God is, so what you have in your life right now is because it's something that you have spoken into existence. So if you're wondering why your ends are never meeting, it's because you probably said, my ends are never going to meet. This is never going to work for me. I'm never going to find someone to love me the way I need to be loved. I'm never going to have this, that, and the other. And then you wonder why you don't have it. So, beloved, we need to cancel the word curses that we have because, we're talking about getting to know who God is. If the creator of the universe took 6 days to speak everything into existence, why do we think that we can open our mouth and say negative things and negative things don't come to pass. We have to be, yes, Miss Mary, we have to watch what comes out of our mouth. What are you saying? Look back over your life. I'm telling you, you can look and see what you've already spoken into existence. Come on. Come on. And so we have to understand that God exists outside of time. You and I live in present, past, present, and future. But God does not. He sees the beginning, the middle, and the end at the same time. At the same time, beloved. He sees it all at the same time. So he's in my future, in my past, and in my present all at the same time. Because remember, right now it is, for me, it's for you guys, it's 8:24. That's the present. But at 8:25, 8:24 will be the past. So we have to understand, we have to live in the present. We have to know that God is always with us. He said, I am that I am. Eya, Esha, Eya. Come on. Yes, Miss Dolly, we have to counsel the word curses. And, and this is why God speaks differently. He said in Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning. So he's outside of time. He can declare the end from the beginning. Meaning, he already knows the plans that he has for us. We have to understand we are serving a God that already is in our future while he's right here with us in the present, that was with us in the past. Come on. Oh my God. Listen, we're going to, that I may know him. We need to know who God is in our lives. So as we're moving, as we are now walking, we did the 21 days of audacious ask. Now, God, I know you. I need to know you more today than I knew you yesterday. Yes, Miss Dolly, he's with you today. He said he would never leave you nor forsake you. So God is internally present. What does that mean? That means God does not say, I was enough. God says, I am enough. I am more than enough. So we have to understand who God is. If you don't know who God is, take a moment. Good morning, Miss Sharon. Take a moment to step back and listen. He's not just, he's not, I was a healer. I was a provider. I was your peace. He's saying, I am your healer. I am your provider. I am your strong tower that you can run in and be safe. I am your deliverer. And this is why Jesus said, I am. Jesus intentionally connected himself to Exodus, and in John 8:58, Jesus said, before Abraham was, I am. Come on, he could have said, we have to understand, he didn't say before Abraham was, I was. He said, before Abraham was, I am. I am. Yes, he is with you, Miss Dolly. And even though your situation, that's why we have to understand. He said, I am. What do you need me to be today? I am that I am. So I am whatever you need me to be today. Do you need peace? He said, I am that peace, Miss Dolly. Do you need joy? He said, I am that joy, Miss Sharon. Do you need guidance? He said, I am that guidance, Miss Mary. What is it that you need from God today? And when you understand that God, he didn't tell Moses, I'm only a deliverer. He simply says, tell them that I am. Because when you need peace, come on. when you need provisions, when you need wisdom, God will never change. He will be everything that you need if you learn to trust him with your whole heart. You know, he said, lean not on your own understanding. We have to lean not on our understanding. See, we have so much, you know, the old saints said, you know, they didn't question who God was. Oh, they knew him to be Jehovah Jireh. They didn't know him as Yahweh. They didn't know him as Ai, Asha, Ai. They just know that he is God. And they didn't have all the hermeneutics and harmonetics. They didn't go into the study of the theology. They didn't go into the Hebrew and the Greek. All they know that the Bible says that he is God. So that's all I need to know is that he is God, that he's my protector, that he's the one that's going to get me through, that he's the one that's going to carry me and my family through the things that I need carried. So guess what? I know. They knew him. And see, sometimes we have gotten so intellectual that we know him and we're studying and we're researching and we have lost the reverence of who he is. So I want you to step back, just like the old saints, and know that you know. That I may know him. Philippians chapter 3, that I may know him. God reveals. When God says, I am, he's saying, I am here. I am available. I am active and present. I am involved. And again, as we're studying him, I want you to ask yourself, who is God to me? Who do I see him as? Yes, understanding, but we can't get lost in knowing so much because we have so much technology at our hands that if we're not careful, we will miss God trying to find God. He said, I am that I am. You really don't need much more than that because I am everything that you need. I am everything that you need. Come on. So with him being I am, it's not I was, I will. He's saying I am. He doesn't have to become enough. He's already enough. When you are uncertain, he is wisdom. When you are weak, he is strength. When you are grieving, he is comfort. When when life changes, he remains unchanged. So I want you to notice something that's so beautiful. God does not explain himself to Moses. He reveals himself. See, in this season, God is not explaining himself to you. He's revealing himself to you. This is who I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. My God. I am that I am. So today I want you to ask yourself, where have I allowed my circumstances to shape my view of God instead of allowing God's character to shape my perspective? That's powerful. Where am I allowing my circumstances to shape my view of God instead of allowing God's character to shape my perspective? See, when I know who he is, I see him differently. When I know that he's everything that I need, I see him differently. When I know that he is the Alpha and the Omega, I see him different. When I know that he is the I am that I am, when I know that he is everything that I need right now, I'm not searching for a God that's going to come. He's right there, right now. The present tense. I'm right here, right now. My God. So even when you can't see him, he still is. Even when you're waiting for him, he still is. Even when you can't figure it out, he still is. My God. So God is externally as existent, fully present, self-sufficient, unchanging, and always enough. He's not becoming, he's not arriving, he's not learning, he's simply I am. Do you understand? You know how some people say, oh well, he's coming. He may not come when I want him, but he's always on time. No, he's always present. He's not coming, he's there. And when we change our perspective and see that he's there, we're not always looking past him, wondering when he's going to show up. We're not going to always look past him, wondering when he's going to make it happen. When we understand that he is present, that he is right now, that we will stop trying to look past him being right here with us, more than enough, all that we need, looking past where he is, trying to find him when he's right here with us. I am that I am. Eya, Esha, Eya. I am what you need me to be right now. So I want us to go into a deep dive of who God is, that I may know him. Yes, we're not looking for him to come. He's here. We just have to change our perspective and see him here. See him with us. See him that he would never leave us nor forsake us. See, we say that, but we're always looking for him to come. We're always looking for him to show up. We're always looking for him to move. I want a move of God. He said, where do you want me to move? I'm right here. I'm present now. You're looking for a move of God. If I move, then I'm not God. If I move, that means that I am not in all places at all times. If I move, then I'm no longer God, because that means that space is I'm existing in a space and in a time. See, we have to stop this religious talking, this religious language. I'm waiting for God to show up. Oh, I just need a move of God. He said, what? I'm here. What you need to understand is you need to see me here. You need to see me in your situation now. You need to see me showing up now. See, if we stop looking for him to show up, oh, I just need a move of God. I just need a mighty move of God. He said, I am God, and I am right here with you now. Not tomorrow, not I'm coming. I'm here now. I'm present now. So what is it that you need from God, that you're seeking outside of now, outside of I am? See, I don't know about you, but when I change my perspective of saying that he's going to show up right on time, and I know that he's already here, then now I have to approach him with faith. Now I have to stand unshakable, unmovable, right in the presence of God, who is right here now. Ah, my God. I am that I am. I am that I am. Eya, Esha, Eya. Eya, Esha, Eya. My God. My God, my God. It looks like I'm frozen. But we have to know that God is God, that he is showing up that He is making a way where there seemed to be no way. So you all today, trust in God. He is I am for you today. So I love you all so much. Thank you for watching the morning watch with me. I think I may have to move from Facebook while I'm doing this 30 days because I want us to be able to have a really nice picture and be able to flow with me as I'm talking about who God is. So you all trust God today. He's not coming, He's here. He's not ing, he's not on the way. He's here right now. What do you need from Him now? That I may know Him. He is God now. He is in your situation now. He said, I am that I am. What is it that you need me to be? I am that. So I love you all today. Have an amazing, amazing day. And I will see you back here tomorrow for the morning watch. Alrighty. Have a good day. Bye.